Morning, teachers. Yesterday at the end of our staff meeting, third grade asked me to kind of look into what an exemplar reaction response to reading would look like in third grade. And so I went and looked at the resources we already have, because why reinvent the wheel if we already have it? And I found some great things. On Wonders Online. Now, mind you, I still only get the demo because I don't have a classroom. But if you go to your Wonders Online, go to your grade level. In this instance, I'm using third. But it's under second, third, fourth, and fifth grade. And if you go to the red check mark, which says Assess, and then at the upper tabs, you'll have Online or Printable. Go to the Printable Assessments. And then over on the left-hand column, at the very bottom, it's going to say Countdown to Common Core Assessment. Go ahead and click that. And then you'll have one that says Park Performance-Based Assessments. Now, I know we're not using the Park, but it's a great resource of giving you other examples of tests that students will have to take. And when you're doing your common planning for your common assessments, it's a great place to get some sample items, and we'll match it with our item specs as well. So what I found on there is this is just one of the simulation tasks, and at third grade, by the way, I put a copy of this in your mailboxes since you're the one that asked for it, and at the top is directions on how to get there on the Wonders disc. And it gives you two different texts. After the first text, which is about Juliet Gordon Law, by the way, I love it because it has a timeline built into the text, which is real-life text that students get, and often our texts don't have that we're giving tests. And then it gives two questions at this point. One is just a basic vocabulary word, looking in paragraph 1 for context clues. The second one, you're having to find which phrase helped you figure that word out. So not only are they having to use their context clues, but they're going to have to be able to identify those context clues. Then the part 2 of the questions talks about the timeline, and they're going to have to actually use the timeline to answer these two questions, which is a good resource. I really like the next activity. They give several events in a box, and the skill is cause and effect. And they're going to have to take the events and put them in the right spot. But the great place, you have to know the cause, the effect, the cause, the effect. It's not just simple cause and effect. It's actually a chain reaction. After that, it is asking for an essay. Based on the information in the passage, explain how the Girl Scouts organization has the same beliefs and values as Juliet Gordon Law. Remember to use details from the passage to support your ideas. Use the space below to plan your writing. Write your final copy on a separate sheet of paper. After that, we go into another text, a chance meeting. And this is going to connect the two because it's about Juliet Gordon Law, and it's when she met Sir Robert Baden-Powell. So there's another text. There's going to be two questions from that text. Again, a vocabulary word, and then which context clues helped you with that word. Two more questions. Why didn't Juliet expect to like Robert? What happened instead? What is the main idea of the article? And then it gives you part B. This is interesting. See this box down here, right here? Select two sentences from paragraphs 3 and 4 below that support the main idea and underline the sentences. This is a very different type of a question than what our FCAT practice tests have been used to. This is more of a performance-based assessment, and it's much more natural, but it's a different way of teaching. So for our students to be successful, we're going to have to start teaching this way as well. So in this box, they're going to have to reread those two paragraphs, and then they're going to have to select two sentences from paragraphs 3 and 4 below that support the main idea. Then after that, there's another essay. You have read two texts about Juliet Gordon Law and the Girl Scouts, both information about how the Girl Scouts began. Both give information about how the Girl Scouts began. The two texts are Juliet Gordon Law, Guiding Light for Girls, and A Chance Meeting. Think about how the author describes Juliet Gordon Law and how she came to form the Girl Scouts. Write an essay that explains the reasons why Juliet formed the Girl Scouts. Remember to use details from both passages to support your ideas. Use the space below to plan your writing. Write your essay on a separate sheet of paper. So this is a great assessment to look at the types of questions and to come up with common formative assessments that are going to match the performance-based assessments that the students are going to do. But along with that, what the third grade team asked me, what should their essays look like? So if you go to the end of that section, by the way, the PARCC assessment for each grade level is over 100 pages. It tells you for each essay which details they're looking for. And so we're looking for particular key points. It's not so much a length, it's more which points are there. And the essay must include details from the passage. So you must actually give the answers and support your answers with evidence from the text. So third grade teachers, this is in your box. Second, fourth, fifth grade teachers, if you want me to print one of these off, you may email me or text me and I will print them off. Otherwise, you can go get them yourself. Third grade, there's a whole lot more in that resource. Again, I don't want to use this as another test that we're testing the students, but when we're making our common assessments, when we're making those common assessments, we're going to want to use this as a resource to make sure that we're including these activities on a daily basis so the students are successful. Now notice, second grade, you are included. I know that you have typically been left off of the grid when it comes time for tests, but how great will it be if our second grade students have had activities like this all year long, that this was the expectation. Students are reading text. This is the types of questions we're giving them. These are the type of writing activities we're giving them. Look at how much more successful they'll be in third grade, fourth grade. And this isn't for an end of the year test. Look at how much success they'll feel when they go on to college, and these are the type of activities that they're expected to do, and they'll already have mastered them second and third and fourth, because these are all the building blocks. To also go along with that third grade, I looked up our state assessments and found the rubric that is used for the writing based for language arts. It is a fourth and fifth grade rubric because the fourth grade on up are the students who are writing, but I figured our third grade students should know what the rubric looks like prior to getting to fourth grade, because this is where the fourth graders are going. I found this at the floridaassessments.org page. I clicked educators, clicked educators resources, went to spring 2015 ELA writing component, and then hit the rubric for 4 through 5. They have both informative and opinion writing. The rubric is the same. So third grade teachers, this is in your box as well. Fourth and fifth grade teachers, I've already given you this. If you can't find it, again, the website is flassessments.org. I hope this helps, and let me know what else I can do for you.